guys? Welcome to the channel. If you didn't know, I'm K-dre Almighty, and today I want to talk about Prime Video and their announcement of a God of War adaptation. Now, I'm sure many of us remember God of War from the early 2000s with the titles on PS2, that being God of War 2, and God of War 3. And it seems like with the new popularity and attention around the newer games, that being God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, it seems that the series is preparing to enter a new form of entertainment, just like The Witcher did in the Netflix series The Witcher. This is on the second season. Um, Not much is known about this new series of God of War. We know that should follow the theme of the newer games, that being Kronos going on an adventure with his son. Um, like I said, not that much information has been, released about this. I'm pretty sure it's pre production. I don't think any actors or anything like that has been selected. I think a couple of executive producers and writers have been chosen. I could be wrong about that. And for concrete facts, I believe that's all we really know. It will be a joint project between Prime Video and Sony, PlayStation Interactive. You know, things that I would like to know about the series is, what's the budget for each episode and how many episodes will there be in the season? Um, I think those are two things that can determine the quality of the show. Um, we've seen a lot of shows that had a lot of promise, but because of the budget or just how it was written or how true to the material it stayed, that the show failed or succeeded. And I would like to see this God of War live adaptation succeed. Um, so I think knowing the budget and knowing the budget for each episode would help. Um, kind of gauge that. I mean, but who can really gauge it without knowing, the script, the actors, and just all that goes on. I just hope that this ends up succeeding. I think it will be a great idea. I love The Witcher on Netflix, and I think it's a good show. It got me to play The Witcher 3. I never played The Witcher, before I heard that was going to be a Witcher TV show. That kind of put me on to The Witcher, and I think maybe the God of War show will put a lot of people onto God of War, which, who knows, the way it's selling and doing, a lot of people love God of War. Especially this new series that they came out with him, you know, um, teasing his son and, them going on an adventure together. So it'll be really interesting to see how the show, you know, um, adds to that, and how close the show will stay to the material that's in the game and what they will add. Because shows always like to have different layers of material. Some kind of drama, some romance, some, all kind of stuff to draw attention and, the cliffhangers and all this stuff. So will it stay true to the original content of the games and kind of, how that is, or will they add their own little twist and add some characters that maybe wasn't there, and some, interest and stuff like that? Who knows? And will that turn some people off, or will it, kind of advance? Because I believe, I'm going to use the Netflix Witcher show as an example. I believe that's kind of a mix between the books and the games, but it's really its own, separate things. Things are different in The Witcher, and I think for the most part, people like it. It's entertaining, um, and yeah, The Witcher story is just so good on Netflix. I can't wait for the third season to come out. I'm interested to see where they're going to take that, but this God of War series on Amazon Prime, um, it's very interesting to see what they're going to do with this. And I believe Amazon, Prime has been handling, big shows pretty well. But when this show comes out, will it be the biggest show or biggest IP that they handled? Of course, they got the Wheel of Times and you know other stuff that they handled prior to this. But if this goes through and this comes out, will this be the biggest thing on their service? Probably so. And so I'm sure a lot of eyes are going to be on this, and people are going to be going over the details when actors are, announced. People will, say their opinion about that. Who do you think they can get to play Kronos? I mean, Kronos is such a iconic character, and he got this, just look about him that everybody knows Kronos for Kronos. So who do you think they can get to play, especially the Kronos from these newer games? He's an older gentleman, but he still has you know um, his physique. He still has his muscles, but he's a little older. His face is more mature, and they have his son. Um, who do you think that can play Kronos and can embody the behaviors, the mindset, and it's all that goes into Kronos and make it come alive, on people's TVs or phones or whatever they stream, Prime Video on. Um, I'm interested for you guys to put your opinions in the comments. Um, I'm not a guy that really, memorizes actors' names and all that. So it'll be interesting for me to who you guys think that can play Kronos right off the bat. Maybe there's been somebody that people have been going, throwing around for years that this person could play Kronos if they ever made like a movie or a TV show. I wouldn't know. I'll be interested to know what you guys think about that. Um, what do you think the locations of some of the places that they can film at to capture the vibe of the areas that they'll be in? What weapons would they bring back? The costumes, the everything that goes into making the world believable. But with that, guys, I'm K-dre as my Almighty as always, and remember, no matter where you at or who you, no matter where you at, where you, no matter who you are, where you're from, there's mindness in you. And with that, I'm out.